Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the first video ever on taxation. This is my first applied skill level paper, which I'm going to take for September session, September 2023. For all of you who are new to my channel, let me tell you that I have done 4 professional papers before this, that is SBL, SBR, AFM, and AAA, with a great number of pass marks by my students. And you can access all the lectures under the playlist AFM lecture, SBL lecture, SBR lecture, and AAA lecture. And for AFM and SBR, I've done questions as well. And revision series is there for SBR and AFM, which I'm going to do for the other papers as well. So this September, I've decided to take taxation as well as advanced taxation. Advanced taxation, I've not started yet. I'm waiting for the textbooks and the revision kit, the latest one. But since I've received the taxation textbook and kit, I've started. So this first video is going to cover your syllabus and how your exam will look like and what are the technical articles that one needs to read. Very short video, but again a very important video, because for all of you who have decided to take, who are going to opt for taxation, this is a compulsory paper. But if you want to know what is in it, this video is really going to be beneficial for you. And it's always good that you know your syllabus before you actually start studying the subject. And if later on in future, if you want to take advanced taxation, then make sure that you know the syllabus very thoroughly for taxation, because more or less your advanced taxation syllabus is going to be similar to this. This is the foundation. If you are opting a future or career in taxation, you have to be very good on this. Okay, you need to know every detail of this, because it's going to help you later on in advanced taxation. And let me tell you, the pass marks and all, for all of you who have this fear how taxation is going to be, it is the easiest paper in the F level. Yes, from your applied skill, this is the easiest paper to score marks. It's a very highly scoring paper, and I'm sure you're going to love it, especially if you're very good with calculations and all. But let me tell you, it's a myth that taxation is just calculation. It has discussion question as well. So let's start. And so here we are going to focus on two things. One, from the exam's point of view, how do you approach the syllabus and the syllabus. But the syllabus, I have not included the detailed syllabus. For that, you can take your syllabus from your ACCA website. On your ACCA website, click ACCA and go to the subject taxation. You will get their syllabus. Okay, you can read it. But here, briefly, the main topics I'm going to explain you. As we proceed with the lecture, later on, I will explain you the syllabus there itself, rather than putting everything in this first video and make it big. Okay, so let's start. For your exam, from 1st of June 2023 to the one who are sitting for 31st March 2024, we are going to take finance at 2022. On your ACCA website, you will not get a financing at 2021 or 23. Everything is finance at 2022 only. And also, if you are confused in this sitting, in September sitting, September 2023, what subject to take? Taxation, audit, AFM, taxation, audit, financial reporting, PM. Okay, you have a confusion and so many subjects. I would advise you that first start with taxation. Finish off with taxation first. The reason is because tax changes every year. Okay, and if you give it this year, you still can repeat it in December under the finance at 2022. You can again repeat it in March with the same at finance 2022. But if you plan to give your exam on March, okay, 2024, and let's say you fail. Then if you repeat it in June, then it will be under a new finance act. You have to relearn everything again. You understanding? It becomes very difficult. So when you're planning tax, plan tax in such a way that in under the same act you can repeat multiple times. So that if you repeat multiple times, obviously a lot of students does not have to repeat tax so many times. They usually pass in the first attempt, and if not, at least in the second attempt they will pass. Usually they don't go to third and fourth attempt. Okay, but let's say you always have to have a backup plan as well. So giving exams in September and December for tax is very advisable, because in case if you fail September, December you can repeat, March you can repeat, and if you fail in December, March you can repeat. But I would not advise to give it in March. Okay, March is not a good month for taxation. Okay, I'm not saying that you should never give. If you pass it in first attempt, that's good, but I'm telling in terms of planning, because finance act changes every year and tax is a subject which frequently changes every year. Compared to other papers like financial reporting or audit, they remain same more or less, so you can give them any time of the year. But for taxation you have to plan beforehand. And the tax that we are going to study is UK tax. There are so many other tax you will see there. Okay, but our taxation, the tax which I am focusing is UK taxation. Now that's clear. Your syllabus is a 3-hour paper out of 100 marks. It's a computer based examination. Okay, all questions are compulsory. You will have both calculation and a discussion questions. Some questions will have a scenario. Okay, you'll be given a scenario, and based on the scenario you have to answer. All your tax rates and allowances will be given to you on your exam. Okay, so even if you don't memorize them, it's fine. But the good thing is if you memorize them, you can do your calculations much faster rather than every back and then referring to the table. Okay, but in case you forgot one rate, nothing to worry, tax rates are there, so you are on a safe side. All your calculations and workings should be to the nearest pound. You should not write 58.12 pounds, rather write 58 pounds. Okay, whatever your tax is, nearest pound. And month, all apportionment should be made to the nearest month. Okay, all workings should be shown in section C. Section C does not have a multiple choice questions. Okay, A and B has it. A is MCQs, section A. Okay, we are going to go through that in detail. So there are 3 sections in your taxation exam. Section A, easiest one, you'll be given 15 objective test questions of 2 marks each. So that makes it up to 30 marks. Where you'll be given 4 options. Select out of the 4 options. Okay. Section B. So for section A, because it is objective test question, remember it could be asked from anywhere of the syllabus, entire syllabus. Section B, 3 case style questions will be there. Those 3 will be for 5 marks. So it's adding up to 15 marks. Sorry, with 5 objective test questions of 2 marks each. So it is adding up to 30 marks. 5 into 2 into 3. 30. So section A 30, section B 30. Remaining 40 marks comes from section C. Okay. 1 10 mark and 2 15 marks. So 2 into 15 30 plus 10 40. Okay. And the 2 15 mark questions in your section C will focus from 2 areas: income tax, corporation tax. Section B and E of your syllabus. Now we are going to go through your syllabus. Okay. All other questions apart from the 2 15 marks question will cover any part of your syllabus. Coming to main topics, there are 6 main topics. Okay, 6 sections: A, B, C, D, E, F. A, you have to explain the scope of the tax system. For example, if you don't pay on time, if you are not complying with the tax rules, what are the penalties? B, you have to explain as well as able to calculate income tax for individuals and for self-employed, and also the national insurance contributions. C is your chargeable gains. D, inheritance tax. E is corporation tax for individuals and companies, and F is VAT for incorporated and unincorporated. So this is the summary of it. Sorry. First is UK tax administration, B income tax, NIC liability, C chargeable gains, D inheritance tax, E corporation tax, F VAT. VAT is an indirect tax, the others are direct tax. Okay, so A, I've explained a bit on of each section what we are going to explain. But we have even more detailed under each of these points that I've not included here. You can read your syllabus, or as soon as we proceed with the lecture, I will explain you what we are doing. A, overall function and purpose of tax in the economy. The second one, sources of revenue, law and practice. How do you make self-assessment? In UK, everyone has to calculate their own tax. How do you do that? Rules, okay? 4, the time limit. To file return, pay tax, there's a time limit that we are going to study. And any penalties or claims on tax. 5, how it is checked whether we have complied with the tax rules or not, all the procedures and all. How can we appeal for it? And any disputes that happens, how do we solve it? And penalties for non-compliance. Then, income tax. Scope of income tax means what is included in income tax, what is not included. Okay? Income from employment. You calculate income tax on these things, okay? Income from employment, income from self-employment, property and investment income. Then you compute taxable income, and on that you calculate tax, which becomes income tax liability. NIC, National Insurance Contributions, both for employed and self-employed person. And remember, every tax, whether it is income tax, chargeable tax, VAT, or inheritance tax, one thing is very common. Every tax has some kind of exemptions or some relief which helps you to minimize that tax. For example, here it's income tax. So we have some exemptions. Same for chargeable gains also. Here also is the same thing like income tax. The scope of it, how do you calculate gain and loss? Gain and loss on movable and immovable property. Gain and loss when you sell shares. Calculation of capital gain tax. And again exemptions. Inheritance tax. Something if we inherit from our previous generation, we need to pay a tax on it. Okay. Computing transfer of value. Transfer, when you transfer something to someone, how do you calculate that transfer of value? Next, liabilities that arises on chargeable transfer and when someone dies, and exemptions. Payment, how do you pay inheritance tax? Corporation, scope of corporation tax, taxable total profit, chargeable gains for companies, how do you calculate? Effect of group structure on corporation tax. Remember, if you change the group structure, there will be an impact on corporation, because corporation taxes are not paid by individuals, it's paid by companies. And here also we have exemptions. Fifth, the last one is VAT. All the how do you register for VAT, all the rules, how do you compute, and some special schemes we have, the effect of that we are going to study here. These are some technical articles that you have to read. You must read, you cannot avoid them. Okay, only for UK tax, because for other countries tax we have other technical articles. You can access them on your ACCA website. So Finance Act 2022, you have to read it. Adjustments of profit questions, higher scales, inheritance tax, chargeable gains, VAT, groups and benefit. For inheritance, chargeable and VAT, we have two parts. Both the parts, there are separate articles. You have to read both the parts. The benefit of reading this technical article is you know how to calculate, because they have given you everything step by step. How do you calculate? With a question, with some examples, they have explained you. They have given lots of questions there and they have told you how to calculate. And Finance Act 2022 basically covers everything. What is there? What are the rules? What are the tax rules, allowances, everything is there. And cars. So that's it for this video. I shall see you in the next video. The next lead from next video onwards, I'll be starting my lectures, the taxation lectures. So next video will be lecture 1, starting with section A. I'm going to follow the same order of your syllabus. Section A, then B, then C, then D, then E, then F. Okay. And once I finish the lecture, I'll be simultaneously doing the revision kit questions as well. But before solving revision kit questions, I need to first finish that section. For example, if I'm doing section A, I have to finish entire section A before I can move on to revision kit. So for both, I'll be having separate playlist, revision kit of taxation and lectures. And ATX also will be coming up. Meanwhile, not now, but that's a separate thing under separate playlist. So what are you waiting for? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to my channel so that you get the notification of my latest videos. And you can contact me through Instagram, WhatsApp, email me. And this lectures you can download as a PDF format. All you need to do is you need to go on my channel at the about section. Okay, when you see playlist, videos, on the right hand side you will see about. It's about me. All information about me is given there. So scroll down, you will see links given there. So in that links, when you click taxation lecture, you can get all my lectures at free of cost. Download them. And to access the revision kit and the textbook, you have to click on the ACCA material. Not just taxation, you can download other books as well. AFM, SBR, SBL, and AAA. Currently, the books are not updated. I have the books till June 2023. But as soon as I get the latest textbooks and the revision kit, I will upload it there on my Google Drive. So you have to keep checking till I get the latest textbook there. But for taxation, you can be sure I have the latest textbook and the revision kit till March 2024. So take care, and I shall see you in the next video.